The creation process for this 3D model started with an idea. Before opening Blender, I first searched for some reference images on Google, but sometimes a single 2D reference image isn't enough to understand how complicated object is constructed in 3D. So I use a ChatGPT to create more detailed concept based on my idea. And from here, you can take the process one step further by converting your concept into 3D model. For this video, I am using Rodin Chain 2.5 from Hyper3D, which is the sponsor of today's video. Before generating the model, I am going to select Rodin's Extreme High mode. This mode is designed to generate high detail 3D models with much higher geometric detail. Now let's zoom in and take a closer look at the geometry. You can see the level of detail in the generated mesh, with Rodin supporting models with 10 million plus polygon, down to very fine surface and skin level microstructure. But what's even more interesting is the generation speed. For everyday prop, Rodin can generate a 1 million polygon model in around 4 seconds for geometry, and a model with a PBR material in around 5 seconds. Another feature is its new native 3D architecture for PBR material, which helps generate more faithful textures without blind spot, with texture output going up to 12K. For the material, I will select the 12K option to get high resolution textures. And for this showcase, I will use a shaded mode, so we can clearly see the surface detail and shading. And you can also control the generation speed from around 4 seconds to 80 seconds, depending on how much thinking and detail you want the generation process to use. If the generated model isn't exactly what you want, Rodin also gives you a part level editing and refinement. You can manually or automatically break the model into parts and refine individual sections. And if you want to explore multiple ideas, you can use the parallel batch generation to generate several variations at the same time. And if you want to try Rodin Chain 2.5 yourself, I will leave the link in the description. And you can use this code to get 14 days free trial. For animation and VFX work, an AI generated model can sometimes be used as a starting point and depending on the requirements can be optimized for the final project. I generated a 3D reference to understand the design from the different angles and then build the final asset myself. Now let's start with the modeling process. I started to create this model with the help of human reference, then I added a cube. Then you need to scale this cube and you should start to build the main arch part for this tower. Then duplicate this cube and scale it. This is the wall and the inner cube is the arch. Then select that inner cube and adjust the scale. You need to select this corner edges and you need to add a bevel on them so you can create that curve form. Then select both the objects and use the simple boolean operation difference. You will get this arch. Then apply that boolean modifier. And now you need to select these inner faces and delete these faces. Then select these edges and press F to fill the gap. And then you can select these faces and you can use the insert operation at there. You can select these faces and delete them. And then select these edges and press F to fill the gap. After that, you need to add the array modifier so you can get a replica. And then use the knife tool and create some cuts to connect this geometry. And then create cuts along the z-axis so you can get more topology on the model. Okay, pretty simple. I need to delete these inner faces, so just delete them. You need to add a curve modifier and then you need to add basically a circle. So you can wrap this array objects in the cylindrical form and you can get that tower form. Adjust the scale of the circle so you can adjust the array. Then you need to add few more cuts on your model so you can get a proper bending for your model with the help of curve modifier. So that's why you need more topology. So that's why you need to add more loop cuts on the model like this. Then add one more circle with a 64 vertex count and create that bottom base part and the top ceiling part for the tower. And then on this arch I want to add those brick details, and now the top part of this arch is a curve, so we can't use the brick texture for that particular part. So that's why I'm creating physical details add there with the help of bevel tool. Alt S scale along the normal. So I can get this kind of brick details add there. Now merge the words properly. After that, just take the symmetry along the x-axis and y-axis, and your arch is going to look like this, and your tower is going to look like this. Then apply the array modifier and curve modifier. After that, you need to select these edges and you need to add seams on the model. Okay, it is a repetitive part, so we'll add seams on just particular that part, that one arch, and then we can rotate it and we can complete that cylindrical form. So just add seams, then duplicate that part and move it along the z-axis and just try to complete that. Now I just need to create that top terrace part, so just duplicate the base part here, and with a simple method, with the simple tools, create that terrace part. Then duplicate this tower and keep it aside, and now we will work only the required parts of the model. So delete the remaining parts which are repetitive, then select these faces and press P to make a different selection, and delete the remaining parts. We are going to unwrap only that particular arch part at there. Then go to the shading mode and create a new UV texture, so we can understand the UV unwrapping with that checkered UV texture. And then in the UV unwrapping tab, start to add more seams on the model and start to UV unwrap the model. And then unwrap your 3D model and it will look like this. Then unwrap the remaining parts of the model. And the unwrapping is pretty simple, and assign the same texture to these parts also. After completing UV unwrapping, hide these objects and add a new plane at there, and we will create Atlas texture for this model. To create this Atlas texture, I have divided the plane in 4 sections like this, 4 separate parts. So I can generate a ID map for each part. And then I have assigned the same Atlas texture to all parts like this. Then I exported this plane as a FBX file, so I can texture this plane in Substance Painter. Then import that FBX file in Substance Painter. Here in Substance Painter, first bake mesh maps. In the ID map, you need to create a separate material ID for each section, you can see, and then bake the mesh maps. And after baking the mesh maps, take your materials whichever you have in a Substance Painter, or create your materials and assign the material for each section like this. With the help of ID map, you can do this because we have separate ID, color ID for each section. So just drag and drop your materials for each section, and in this way you can create your Atlas texture for your model. Then export this Atlas texture in PBR metallic roughness format, so you can get different maps like base color, AO, roughness, metallic, normal, etc. And then assign these textures to the principal BSDF in Blender, so you can assign the texture to the model. And now we are getting this kind of texture for the model, and now just we need to put the UVs in proper sections, so we can assign the proper texture to the model. Now for this arch we need to add few more seams to separate some UV islands at there like this. You can press V key to separate these UV islands. You don't need to unwrap one more time, just press V key after adding the seams. And then pack these UV islands in proper section. I need a brick texture here for this art, so I'm going to place these UV islands in this brick part. Okay, pretty simple. Overlapping is possible here. You can keep the overlapping UVs here because it is a modular asset. We are not baking texture actually on the model. We are just putting UV islands on that particular section or that texture according to the texture. So don't worry about overlapping UVs in this case. Now do the same step for all the parts. Give the proper position to the UVs. Pretty simple and easy thing here. Then select that arch part and duplicate it and rotate it to complete the cylindrical form, so you can get that tower form at there. Okay, in this way you will get the tower form. Then just duplicate the part and rebuild that tower. Pretty simple and easy. And after completing the texturing process, the tower will look like this. I have changed the texture of one section from that atlas image so I can get a better result. And after completing the model, now it is looking like this. You can see the topology of the model, pretty simple, and you can see the texture of the model. This process uses a texture atlas for texturing, and with this process you can create this kind of repetitive model. You can say this is the modular model which you can use to build your environment. So I hope you learned something from this model.